Before you send money back home or back to Africa, please be careful because not everybody has the best interest. Not everybody really needs that money. Not everybody is thankful that you give them that money. And there's people that are doing way better than you with the same money that you're sending. So the first thing you want to do is take care of yourself before you take care of others. Take care of home, as they say, before you take care of other people. My family, my mom and dad literally took care of so many people, sent so much money, helped so many people come to the US or abroad. And at the end, these people, they pretty much got burned. These people took advantage. They were out there gossiping about my family members. These people were not grateful and they always expected more. Like they literally knew when my parents were going to get paid at the time when my parents were still in the US. And so they would be telling sob stories or they would say, oh my gosh, I can't even eat today, blah, 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 blah. A lot of their kids started requesting so many different things. Like they wanted special phones, they wanted special backpacks and all this stuff. And I was thinking to myself, we didn't even have those types of backpacks. It's like asking for an iPhone in Africa and I barely had an iPhone. So one of the things that I learned, and I learned from my family members' experience, is please be careful who you're sending money to. And don't be rushing because somebody says, oh, I don't have money, I don't have food to eat, please send me money, because some of these people have food to eat. The stories are sometimes made up. And also do not, trust that people are taking care of projects that you're working on, because some people are not. At the time when we came to the US and early on, we didn't have FaceTime. So you couldn't verify any of this information unless you travel. So my family members, my mom and dad ended up give so much money. A lot of the times we were struggling here in the US. And so I realized that you really have to be okay first before you start taking care of other people and trying to help them. Nothing wrong with giving and being kind and generous. But at the end of the day, you really have to give it to people that are going to use it really well, people that really need it, and people that are not just trying to take advantage. That's one of the things that I realized. Like over the years, it was just got to be a bit too much. Where my mom was like, I literally don't have anything to my name, but I'm over here taking care of whole families, taking care of this, taking care of that, and nobody was grateful. People would get angry when they didn't give. They would be calling them in the middle of the night, late at night. I hear my parents going back and forth, shouting and this and that because somebody's like, I need this and you didn't send it, blah, 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 blah. And it just started becoming this whole thing where, they got fed up. And in the end, they stopped it all together. And it was one of the best decisions they ever made. So before you send money to Africa or send money to your relatives, all the immigrants that are, abroad, please, check on that money. If you're working on projects, make sure that these people have the best intentions, and nobody should be disrespecting you and calling you names and all that stuff because you don't give them something. They shouldn't feel entitled because that's your money at the end of